92.3 WTTS. That, if you recognize that, yeah, that is the Rolling Stones' Sweet Virginia, and that is done by local band SM Wolf. And I happen to have the front man with me right now, Adam Gross, and Adam and I go way back. Adam, how you doing, man? First of all,
I'm doing real good. Yeah, good to talk to you.
this is super cool what we're doing. I think this is it's a project we're calling Exile on Meridian Street. It is to mark the 50th anniversary of Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones. We got all local artists to cover all these songs, and your version of Sweet Virginia, as we just heard, is fantastic. Thank you for doing it.
Oh, thanks so much. It was a blast doing it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and first, can I just say something? First of all,
Yeah.
um, I talk sometimes to rock and roll Hall of Famers who don't have the kind of setup that you're using right now to talk to me. They'll just talk to me with like their computer microphone or like their
Yeah.
earbuds, and you've got like an actual microphone hooked up over this Google Meet that we're on right now. And I really appreciate it. You actually sound really good.
Oh, you're very welcome. You know I'm an audiophile. We've geeked out over mics for hours,
Oh my gosh.
Matt. So I
We've
can't I
spent
can't I can't use the phone mic. I can't do it.
You just can't bring
I
yourself
just can't bring myself to do it.
to sound like everybody else. No.
Yeah.
So you've got like a home recording. I mean, just like a lot of bands and a lot of
Yeah.
musicians, you've got a home recording setup. But you got a really cool one. You got an analog setup in your basement. Did you use that to record this?
No, we didn't. I do have that, and I love recording on tape. It is like nothing else because you can't get rid of the imperfections.
Yeah.
Like everything's full of perfection these days, but like those little imperfections that you get on tape really make it stick out. Which we recorded this song live, which again, there's imperfections, but that might make it great. But we recorded it at a studio downtown with some of the people you guys are working with.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Can you tell me about your history with the Rolling Stones album Exile on Main Street? Like, were you a fan of it before you were asked to do this?
Yeah, I didn't grow up on the Stones. My household was a Beatles household, we
Right
my
on. Yeah.
parents were not Stones people, but when I got into college, I started getting into the Stones, but I never got, like, super deep like I have with other bands, but my drummer/keyboardist, slash keyboardist, guitarist, Brian, is a big Stones fan, and we were on tour, one year, years ago, and we were on one of those long 9-hour West Coast drives, and I was like, "Brian, can you just school me on the Stones?" And the first thing he did was put on Exile, and, like, from that first note of, I think Rocks Off starts it off maybe,
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh, wow, I'm gonna go on a journey." Here we go.
So how did you end up being the artist who did Sweet Virginia? Were you allowed to pick that, or was that chosen for you?
Yeah, David Lindquist reached out to me and asked if we wanted to do it, and I thought it'd be a good idea since the band and I had this history with this album, and so we threw out a few songs. He let us choose, and then he saw where everyone else landed on what they wanted, and then gave us Sweet Virginia, which I was really excited about because the first time I heard it, that song stuck out to me as like, wow, this one really means something.
Mm.
It really hit me right away.
It's so exciting, and I'm so glad that we brought you on board. This is Adam Gross from SM Wolf, and we will be premiering the entire Exile on Meridian Street project this Friday night at 7 o'clock. Your rendition of Sweet Virginia will, of course, be among it as track 6, and we'll kick that off Friday night at 7 o'clock. Adam Gross of SM Wolf, thanks for your time and thanks for your contribution to Exile on Meridian Street, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It's been a blast.